Welcome back, everybody, for another deep dive. This time, we're going to be looking at something pretty fascinating. Um, have you ever imagined, like, AI not being controlled by, like, the big tech giants,
Hmm.
but actually being owned and developed by a global community?
Wow. Yeah, that sounds pretty interesting.
Yeah, we're going to be exploring a project called Collective Coin today and how it aims to actually empower individuals like you and me.
That's a bold vision, taking something as powerful as AI and just distributing its control
hmm
across a vast network of people.
Absolutely. And the source material we have for this deep dive lays out some really, really compelling arguments
Yeah.
about why this kind of like decentralized approach is so important.
One of the key takeaways that I got from it
Mm,
was this idea of democratizing AI.
Yeah,
Right now, access to advanced AI tools is often limited to people with significant resources.
right.
And Collective Coin aims to just level the playing field and make AI technology and its benefits accessible to everyone.
I see. And from what I understand, Collected Coin, or CC, as I'm going to call it for short, uses a cryptocurrency system to fuel this whole ecosystem.
Right.
But it's not about just like getting rich quick
No.
or speculation or anything like that.
It's about creating a sustainable model for community-driven AI development.
Absolutely.
And it's fascinating how they leverage the power of community computing.
Yeah.
So instead of relying on massive data centers that are owned by corporations,
Yeah.
CC taps into a network of individual computers all around the world.
So people can like contribute their own computing power to the network.
Exactly. It's like crowdsourcing for AI. So if your computer's just sitting idle,
Yeah.
you can download the Collective Coins software, and it'll use your spare processing power to help run these AI tasks.
Wow. So if enough people contribute their idle processing power, you essentially have this vast, decentralized supercomputer
Yes.
powered by the global community.
And it's not like charity or anything like that. You're not just contributing your computer's power, you're getting rewarded for it
Right.
with these CC tokens.
Right. Well, very interesting. So for every little bit of processing power you contribute to the network, you earn some CC.
Yeah, so it incentivizes people to participate.
So it benefits both the individual and the network as a whole.
Exactly.
You're not only helping advance AI development, but you're actually getting something in return.
It's really clever the way they designed it.
But access to processing power is only one part of the equation, right?
Right.
The other critical element is data.
Absolutely.
So where does the data to train these AI models even come from?
Well, the source material mentions this idea of a data marketplace,
Okay.
where individuals can contribute their own data in exchange for these CC tokens.
That's a very interesting concept.
It is, and it gets to the heart of another key benefit of CC,
Mm-hmm.
and that's data ownership.
Yeah.
You retain control over your data, and you're compensated for sharing it.
I mean, this is so important nowadays. We've all heard the stories about, the big tech companies profiting off our personal data
Yeah.
without our consent or anything like that.
And they're not transparent.
Right. And CC flips that script
Yeah.
and gives individuals like agency and control over their own data.
And empowers them too, right? Imagine having a say in how your data is used and actually being rewarded for its contribution to AI development.
That does sound pretty empowering, but
Right.
wouldn't that create some problems with like data quality
Hmm.
and privacy?
Mm.
How do they make sure that the data contributed to this marketplace is accurate and that people's personal information is protected?
That's where it gets a bit more technical, but they've implemented some very innovative solutions.
Okay.
They use a system of data validation
Uh-huh.
to ensure the accuracy, and they also utilize technologies like zero-knowledge proofs to protect privacy.
Okay, I have to admit those zero knowledge proof sound a little intimidating to me.
Yeah, it is kind of a weird concept at first.
Can you break that down a little bit more?
Sure. So imagine you want to prove you're old enough to buy a drink, but you don't want to show your ID.
Okay.
That's kind of what a zero-knowledge proof does. You're proving you have the necessary information without revealing the information itself.
So it's like you're saying, I can prove that I have the data, but I'm not going to show you the actual data.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty clever. It's a great way to maintain privacy while still allowing the data to be used for training AI models.
And this ties into, I think, another crucial aspect of Collective Coin, and that's AI literacy.
Right.
The source material mentions that empowering individuals through AI literacy is like a core part of their mission.
Hmm.
But what does that really mean?
Well, it's about more than just using AI tools.
Okay.
It's about understanding how AI works, recognizing its potential biases, and learning how to shape its development responsibly.
So you're saying that by participating in this ecosystem, people aren't just becoming like passive users of AI.
Right.
They're becoming like more informed citizens in a world that's increasingly driven by this technology.
Yeah, exactly.
I see.
They're gaining the knowledge and the skills to not only benefit from AI, but to actively contribute to its evolution.
In a way that aligns with their own values.
This is all starting to sound really exciting.
It is.
One thing I am curious about is how does this whole ecosystem actually get governed?
Right.
Who's making the decisions about how CC is developed and where it goes in the future?
That's where their really innovative governance model comes in.
Okay.
Collective Coin is managed through what's called a DAO, a decentralized autonomous organization.
Okay, that's another one of those terms I've heard buzzing around. Can you tell me a little bit more about how these DAOs work?
Sure. Let's explore that in more detail. Think of a DAO like a digital cooperative,
Okay.
where the members collectively make decisions
Uh-huh.
about the organization's direction.
I see.
So in the case of Collective Coin, the members are the CC token holders.
Right.
So instead of having like a traditional CEO
Yeah.
or board of directors making all the calls,
Mm-hmm.
it's the community itself that has the power.
Wow, that's a really cool concept.
It is, and each CC token represents a vote.
Oh, so the more tokens you hold, that
The greater your voting power is.
Exactly. And this ensures that the platform's development and evolution
Uh-huh.
are guided by the collective will of its users.
It's such a departure from the way most tech companies operate nowadays.
Yeah.
It's really
Yeah.
putting the power back into the hands of the people.
And that's a core principle of their philosophy.
Yeah.
They want to ensure that the platform remains true to its mission of democratizing AI and doesn't become another tool
Right.
for corporate control or profit maximization.
It's like a built-in safeguard against some of the pitfalls we've seen with traditional tech giants.
Exactly.
The community itself acts as a check and balance
Yeah.
to make sure that this technology is being developed ethically and responsibly.
And one of the beauties of a DAO is its transparency.
Right.
So all decision-making processes, voting records, financial transactions, everything is recorded on a blockchain,
Yep.
making it completely open and auditable.
So there's no need to worry about like shady backroom deals
Yep.
or hidden agendas or anything like that.
Everything's out in the open.
I can definitely see the appeal of that.
Yeah.
But I am curious, how does this actually work in practice?
Hmm.
So let's say someone has an idea for a new feature,
Mm-hmm.
or they want to propose a change to the Collective Coin platform.
Right.
What's the process like?
So typically, community members can submit proposals
Okay.
through the DAO's platform.
Uh-huh.
And these proposals could be anything from technical updates to funding requests for new AI projects, or even changes to the governance structure itself.
So it's like a really dynamic system where anyone can bring their ideas to the table.
Exactly. And then all the CC token holders
Right.
have the opportunity to vote on these proposals.
Hmm.
And the proposals that garner enough votes get implemented.
Wow, so it's a very democratic process.
Absolutely.
I can see why this DAO model is so crucial to their vision.
It is a key component to their decentralized approach.
Mm.
But beyond just governance, I think it's important to consider the long-term implications
Right.
of this whole concept.
Yeah, we've been focusing a lot on the technical details.
Right.
But what about the broader societal impact?
Exactly. Like, imagine a future where AI is no longer viewed as something that's exclusive or
Yeah.
controlled by a select few.
Right.
Instead, it becomes a public resource, a tool for collective good
Yeah.
that empowers individuals and communities
Yeah.
to solve the challenges that they face.
That's a vision worth striving for.
It is.
It goes beyond just providing access to these AI tools, right?
Right.
It's about fostering AI literacy
Yeah,
and ensuring that people actually understand this technology
absolutely.
and can actively participate in shaping its development and application.
It's not just about passive consumption. It's about active engagement and empowerment.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here. We've talked about computing data ownership, the DAO model,
Yeah.
and the potential societal impact of Collective Coin.
It's been a great conversation.
I'm sure some of our listeners are probably thinking,
Yeah.
this all sounds incredible, but how can I actually get involved?
That's a great question, and one we'll explore in the final part of our deep dive.
All right, so Collective Coin sounds amazing,
Yeah.
but let's get down to the nitty-gritty.
Okay.
How can someone actually get involved in this? What are the concrete steps to becoming a part of this whole, like, community-driven AI revolution?
Well, there are a few different ways that you can jump in.
Okay.
And one of the easiest is by contributing your computing power.
Right.
Remember how we talked about community computing?
Yeah.
So if you've got a computer that's just sitting idle for parts of the day, you can download the Collective Coin software and let it use your spare processing power to help run those AI tasks.
So it's like donating your computer's brain power to the network when you're not like, binge watching your favorite shows or scrolling through social media.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's a really passive way to contribute, and you're actually rewarded for it.
Yeah.
So for every bit of processing power that you contribute, you earn those CC tokens.
That's a pretty sweet deal. You're helping to advance AI development and getting something tangible in return.
Exactly.
What about the data marketplace? How can someone participate in that?
Yeah. So if you have data that you think might be valuable for training AI models, you can contribute it to the CC data marketplace.
So this could be like anonymized health data,
Yeah.
language samples,
Yeah.
even images for computer vision projects.
Exactly.
I'm just picturing someone uploading like a random selfie to the marketplace and being like, show me the money. So how does that actually work? Are there any quality controls in place?
Yeah, that's a great question. Not just any data will do.
Right.
There's a system in place to validate the data and ensure that it meets certain standards for
Yes.
quality and relevance.
So there's a vetting process
Yeah.
to make sure that the data is actually useful for training AI models.
Yeah.
Okay, what about privacy? Let's say I'm like a photographer and I want to contribute some of my images. How can I be sure that like my work is protected and that my personal information isn't being shared?
That's where those zero-knowledge proofs come in.
Okay.
Remember how we talked about proving you're old enough to buy a drink without showing your ID?
Yeah.
It's the same concept. You can prove that you own the data and that it meets the necessary criteria without revealing the actual content
Right.
or any personally identifiable information.
So it's like you're saying, trust me, I got the goods
Yeah.
without actually having to show all your cards.
Exactly.
That's pretty reassuring for someone who's, concerned about data privacy.
And you're also compensated with CC tokens for your contributions.
So it's like a win-win situation.
Yeah.
You're helping to advance AI development while retaining control over your data and earning rewards.
Exactly.
So contributing computing power and data are two great ways to get involved. But what if someone isn't like super tech savvy or they don't have any data to share?
Right.
Are there other ways to participate in this whole ecosystem?
Definitely. You can just become an active member of the community
All right.
by joining online forums, attending virtual events, or even contributing to the development of the platform itself.
Wait a minute. Contributing to development.
Yeah.
What if I'm not like a coder or an AI expert?
You don't have to be. Collective Coin's an open source project,
Oh, okay.
meaning that anyone can contribute their skills and ideas,
Right.
regardless of their background. You can help with things like translating documentation, designing educational materials,
Okay.
or even just spreading the word about CC and its mission.
So even if someone doesn't have a ton of technical expertise,
Yeah.
they can still contribute their time and energy and passion to this movement.
Absolutely.
That's really cool.
It's all about collective participation and finding a way to contribute
Yeah.
that aligns with your interests and abilities.
It's like we're planting a seed for a more inclusive
Yeah.
and community-driven AI future.
Mm-hmm.
And it's up to all of us to help it grow.
I love that analogy.
Well, this deep dive has been a real eye-opener for me.
It has for me, too.
Collective Coin isn't just some abstract tech concept.
No.
It's a tangible movement
Yeah.
with the potential to really transform how we develop and interact with AI.
Absolutely.
And the best part is anyone can be a part of it.
That's my favorite part.
So to everyone listening out there, we encourage you to learn more about Collective Coin.
Yeah.
Explore the ways that you can get involved and join this incredible community that's shaping the future of AI.
It's a future worth building together.
That's it for this deep dive into Collective Coin. Thanks for joining us, and until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible.